Hey gang, it's Lou. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes with our Facebook Live for today. And today we are going to be talking about Descript.com, the amazing AI video software that can do all kinds of cool stuff. One of the things I'll tell you before we get started, here I'm on StreamYard live on Facebook and LinkedIn, and you can see the green screen is not great. See my hands disappearing, and I have a green, I have good lighting and all that, but the green screen leaves a lot to be desired, I think, within StreamYard. But the nice thing about Descript.com is that the green screen that we use for that, which I'll show you in a moment, is really clean and really amazing and really easy. So I know green screen is one of those things that can be frustrating for folks doing their videos. But I'm going to show you in this particular demo. We'll take the green screen off maybe. Show you how you can do green screen in Descript, among other things. So let me go back to my settings here and go to my virtual background and just take that out altogether because it's just distracting. So this is my actual background here. But when I pull up Descript and when we do the demo, I'll show you how to do green screen with one click in Descript.com. As you know, I'm doing a class that starts on Tuesday, August 1st at Discover Descript.com, where I'm going to go through everything soup to nuts. I have a 6-module course that's in Thinkific that is sort of a self-study course, but in addition to that, I'm doing live demos and Q&A calls live Tuesdays and Thursdays the first few weeks of August. So in addition to all the cool tutorials and resources, I'll also be on live twice a week. We'll do it at noon on Tuesdays and Thursdays to show you whatever you need to know or whatever questions you may have about Descript.com. All right, now that it's the top of the hour here, I'm going to start, we are recording, and we're going to dive into our Descript.com demo. Anyway, thank you for being here. We'll show you all kinds of cool things you can do in Descript. You may be watching the recording or the replay of this live, but in the next few minutes, we're going to show you how to use many of the really cool features in Descript.com, which is an incredible new, relatively new AI video software. So I'm going to share my screen so that we can show you that. And let me pull that up here. And I'll go to this view so you can see this as much of the screen as possible. Let me get rid of this and get rid of this. All right, now you can see everything here. This is my Descript.com, the actual application. It's about, I think it's $12 a month. So it's really affordable and you can pay annually. And it's really full of features because I can replace a lot of other software like rev.com for transcriptions or Headliner for podcasts or iStock Photos for stock photos, because you can do so much with it. So I'm going to show you in real time exactly what I'm going to do to show you how this works. I'm going to start a new project up here in the upper right. And within the new project, there are several ways to bring in content. You can choose a file to transcribe, which is what I'm going to do. You can record directly into Descript. You can use you can record your screen, you can record your audio, you can record your video right into Descript. You can actually write or import text into Descript, or you can start with one of their templates. They have a lot of different templates. You can create your own, or you can use their templates, and they've got all kinds of different templates and slides and intros and titles and things like that. So there are a lot of ways to bring your content into Descript. The way I'm going to do it here is I'm going to choose a file to transcribe. I'm going to bring in a Zoom recording that I did a few minutes ago. So I'm going to choose a file to transcribe. And when you bring that file into Descript, it will show it on the screen. It will automatically do a transcription for that. Now, because I'm running StreamYard and I'm live and doing a lot of other things at the same time, it's going to be a little slower than usual. But here's my demo. So I bring that into Descript. It's adding the file. It's going to transcribe the file. And I think this was like a 3-minute video. I can add my speaker name here so it knows who's speaking. And I'll show you some ways you can do other voices as well. And then it's going to basically bring that file into Descript and give you a full transcription of that file. So it's really easy. Bring the file in. Once that comes in, you can see it's transcribing. And again, my caveat is that it's a little bit slower than usual because I'm running so much software in the background. I'm doing a live video, but I'm also showing you Descript.com in real time. So I'm going to take myself off the screen just so that it's even cleaner here for you and you can see everything. And as we do that, I'll show you a few of the other features. Up here, you can bring in media, you can bring in your own files, or you can pull in video or audio or images that Descript provides. So it saves you a ton of money on having to get stock photos or B-roll. Again, it has audio here that you can bring in. It has images, it has videos, it has backgrounds, and I'm going to show you more of that in a moment. All right, so here we are. Here I am in the Descript recording. And the cool thing about Descript, and the main feature really, is that instead of editing a timeline down here like you would in a traditional video, you edit the text. And whatever changes you make into the text will be reflected into the video. So I'm going to play the first part here just so you can see it and see all my mistakes. Let's try this.
Hey, I want to show you. Okay.
So you see I made a mistake there, and I want to actually start here.
Hey, it's LeBarcano.
So I'm going to take this and simply delete it from the Word document. And now it comes out of that. So it starts
Hey, it's
here.
LeBarcano, and I want to show you some of the really cool features of Descript that I'm going to be teaching and demoing in my new Discover Descript course that starts on August 1st.
All right. So there I am on screen. And I can take in here, like, let's say I made a mistake here.
Absolutely change the way you edit video, making it much more.
So there's a mistake there. Normally I'd have to go down to the timeline and do all kinds of clipping and cutting and all kinds of stuff. But here I can just take out this part where I made a mistake, and I can either strike through it or just delete it. And now you'll see I changed it in the text. It also changes in the video.
Absolutely change the way you edit video, making it much more
nice, clean edit. Now, the other thing is I tend to say and ah a lot in my videos. You can see some of those here. If I go up here to the star and I say remove filler words, it's going to identify all of those filler words, all of those ums and ahs. And there's a lot of them, as you can see. And with one click, I can eliminate all of my stumbles and ums and ahs and sound smarter than I am. So I'm going to say apply to all. And those ums and ahs are gone. So
and much quicker to edit podcasts, videos, social posts, you name it.
So there it is. It's already cleaner. The other thing I can do here is if I paused or if I have a pause that's too long, I can go up here to that star again and say shorten word gaps. So if I stopped to start again, or if I just, froze for a second, I can say shorten word gaps, and any gap that's longer than 1 second or whatever you set here, it will apply it. So I had one place where I paused, and now that word gap has shortened, so it's nice and smooth. So it's amazing that whatever you edit in the text, those edits are reflected in the actual video. Another thing that I do straight away when I'm
without having to go
recording in here is if I have background noise, maybe the guy next door is mowing his lawn or blowing his leaves, I can go over here to the right-hand side and click on Studio Sound. And that one click will make the sound, I call it the NPR effect. It'll make it sound like you're on National Public Radio. It takes out all the background noise. It makes your voice sound smoother and richer. And again, with one click, I have basically enhanced the audio tremendously. I'll see if you can tell the difference here. It may be harder to tell because I'm obviously recording this through StreamYard. But
hey, it's LeBartone, and I want to show you some of the really cool features of Descript that I'm going to be teaching and demoing in my new Discover Descript course that starts on August 1st.
So that sounds much better. Again, here, right here, I see a mistake. This is supposed to be course. I can go into the text and say correct and say, no, it's not clause, it's course. Click correct. And that way, when I do my captions later, it'll be correct. So I've now taken out all the filler words. I've removed the gaps. I've added studio sound. I'm editing the text. The next thing I want to do is, let's say we don't like the background that I have here. I can go over here to green screen and say, basically hit the one-click green screen, and it'll take a few minutes to render, but that's what that's going to do basically is wipe out the background so I can replace it with whatever I want. So instead of having my actual screen back there, I can put anything I want back there, an office background, a video, an animated background. So we'll show you how to do that when that pops up here. But again, it's just a one-click, remove green screen, under effects. And this is something that would have taken forever in Final Cut Pro or iMovie or Adobe Premiere. You know, you have to futz with the whole green screen, and it usually doesn't look that great. You don't even have to have a green screen behind you. As you can see here, I've got a screen behind me, and I've got stuff behind there, but it knocked everything out just like that, completely eliminated the background, and it's really clean. I can go in here and crop my image here. But now that I've got a plain background, I'm just going to crop this a little bit, clean it up. I can also move myself around here because everything is layers. Now that I've removed my background, I can put in a new background. So I go up here to Files, and these are all included with Script. And I can have an animated background, which sometimes I like to do, or I can have an image background. So if I put office interior, I can pick an office background that I might want, like this one. And now that's going to cover me up, but you'll see it's just a layer. So I just then have to send the layer to the back once it comes in here. So I can enlarge that and then say send to back. This is all the stuff I'm going to be showing you in the Discover Descript course. So now I've got a brand new background. It's nice and clean. The green screen looks great.
Teaching and demoing in my new Discover Descript course that starts on August 1st.
And again, I'm not disappearing into the background like you would on Zoom. I'm not, fading in and out like I was on StreamYard. And if I don't like that background, I can just, I deleted me by accident. Let's undo that one. I can just take that background and eliminate it again and choose a different background. This time, let's say I want a video background that's animated. So I go in here, you've got hundreds of choices of backgrounds. I can have something subtle. I can have something, cool, crazy, like this. So let's say I want to have that background. I just click on that, and it's going to come in on the front here, right there. So I'm going to have to send that to the back so that I'm back in front. And then you can see what that looks like here.
Show you some of the really cool features of Descript that I'm going to be teaching and demoing in my new Discover Descript course that starts on August 1st.
Yes. Exactly.
So let's take a look at some of the really cool features of it.
Now, again, that background was only a few seconds, so I'd have to loop it and say, you know what, run that the whole time instead of just once, so that it'll appear for the entire video.
Video sound and how that works, how you can use overdub.
So let's show you a few of the other features in Descript and some of the things that we're going to be teaching in the Discover Descript course that starts next week. That link is discoverdescript.com in case you're curious. I'll put that up here. All right, let me go back to my Descript live demo here. Now let's say I want to add captions.
Hey, so
I want to use this on LinkedIn, and I want it to add captions, and I want it to be square. Normally, that would take a really long time in traditional editing programs, but here in Descript, I can just go here and say, you know what, let's make this a square video so that I've got some room on the top and bottom for captions or whatever else I might want to add. So I'm going to Now that it's square, I'm going to leave it black, but if I wanted to change the background color, I can change it to whatever I want, like that. Actually, I'll make it blue. That looks kind of cool. And then I go up to my shapes up here, and I say, I want to add a waveform. I want this to look like if somebody's watching it with the sound off, that it's, that they can see that there's audio here. So now you
really
can see
cool features of Descript that I'm going to be teaching.
That waveform here on the bottom. And on the top, I want to add captions. So I go up to my text up here, and I click on captions, and it automatically adds the transcript and the captions to the video.
Hey, it's LeBarton, and I want to show you.
Now it's spelled my name wrong here. I can just go in here and go to correct and say it's not Lee, it's Lou. And there, it's fixed there now.
I want to show you some of the really cool features.
And you can do different fonts or styles, or this is just a straight transcription basically of the captions. But if I want to do a karaoke style, I just say let's change that and make it karaoke, where it highlights the active word. Again, I can change the font, I can change the color, I can change whatever I want, but I like this, so I'm going to leave it that way.
Hey, it's LeBarton, and I want to show you some of the really cool features of Descript that I'm going to be teaching and demoing in.
So now I've got my captions, I've got my waveform, and it's nice square for LinkedIn, and I can just go up here and hit publish, and it'll be ready to go. Now, if I want to use this for YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram Reels, I need it to be a portrait size. So I'm going to go in here and take this section and say duplicate to new composition. So now it's basically just taking this particular clip and creating a new video from that. And then when I'm in that video, I can go up to my shapes up here and say, make this a portrait size. So now it's ready to go on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Again, I can change the size. I can change the font. Maybe I want something a little bit different. I can change the highlight words. That might be a little too much, but you get the idea. You can change that to whatever color you want to. And again, down here, I've got my waveform. If I want to put a lower third and add my name, I just go back up to text and say, let's do a subtitle and just add my name here so people will know who it is. And then everything's a layer, so you can move everything around. I'm going to take that and move it down here. Get over here. What did I do to it? Just got to make sure you're on the right layer. All right, so we'll put that here, and there you have it.
Having to go into the video itself. We'll also show you how to resize videos and really cool new feature.
So,
this one is a little more complicated, but we'll be showing it in the class. Eye contact.
So this is another really cool new feature, and this one takes a while to render, so I'm not going to show it in the demo, but I'll show you that under here, when you go to eye contact, this is incredible. If you're not looking at the screen, the new eye contact feature will make you look at the screen. It'll reposition your eyes so that you're looking at the camera, which is really amazing use of AI here. So again, in this case, I'm looking at the camera, so not as much of an issue. But, if I'm not looking directly at the camera, it's not going to do it if I'm, you can't see my eyes. But if you can see my eyes and I'm not looking at the camera, let me see if I can find a section where I'm doing that. It'll basically reposition it so that I am looking at the camera. So it's really pretty amazing. And again, that's something that we'll be teaching in the Discover Descript course that starts on Tuesday, August 1st. So one other thing that you can do that I'll show you is you can have stock voices. So I can take this and maybe I want to copy it and I want to start a new project. But I don't want it to be in my voice. So I'm going to open up a new project here. And I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to start writing, but I'm going to paste in the text that I had from before. All right, so I've pasted in that text. It's actually brought everything else with it. But if I want to change the speaker, if I want a different voice to do this, I can go in here and say, use stock voices. So I can have this stock voice. Let me show you what they sound like. This is kind of like a voice of God. Oh, it's not going to let me do that right now, but where are those voices? Here we go. Stock voices.
Life is like a camera.
Life is like a camera. Just focus on.
Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important.
So it
Life
has
is like a camera.
all these really cool voices. So if I don't want to do it in my voice, or if I just want to bring in some text and have it done by a voiceover with AI, it will do that, which is crazy. So it's not going to do it in this one because it takes longer to render. But if I add his voice here and make that the voice, eventually it will overdub in Ethan's voice.
Without having to go in.
But it takes a while to render, so it's not going to do it here. But again, you can see all the crazy things you can do with this as far as changing sizes or adding overdubs. If I decide, you know what, I want to have a picture here, you can even go in here and to your files. And if you want an image, they do have a text to image AI too. So if I just say pug on skateboard, let's see what it comes up with. Oops. And I say text to image. And the prompt is going to be pug on skateboard. This is more AI. It'll give you custom images created by AI that you can use in your video. And again, it takes a little while, but once it gets in there, it looks pretty cool. But you can import photos from their library. So that's my AI photo of pug on skateboard. I can use it as a graphic. I can have it be the whole screen if I want, or just put it down here because I like pugs on skateboards. And that is AI. That is a AI created image that is custom to whatever you put in here. Again, I can pull in other videos. I can pull in music if I want to add audio. I just have to pick my audio and drag it over to the project. And then that music will eventually add itself to the audio here. Now it's going to be loud, but I'll play it anyway.
Without having to go in.
So what you can do now that you've got the audio is you can say, all right, that's a little overwhelming. Let's take that audio down and take the slider and slide it down so that it's not as loud. So now it's much less here. Oops.
Without having to go into the video itself. We'll also show you how to resize videos. And
so now you can see that I've got music in my lovely little project here. And anytime I can just go and publish. And when I publish it, I can also publish or export the transcript. I can export just the audio. I can export the video. So this is going to save you tons of time and effort and aggravation when you are making your podcasts or your videos, because you can bring in just audio and add images to it. It's just a great way to edit, a new way to edit, a simpler way to edit. So I hope you will check it out and join me. I'm going to put myself back on screen here. Starting on August 1st for the new Discover Descript course with live demos, pre-recorded tutorials, Q&A calls, and all that good stuff. So that's it from here. Hope you'll join us in the Discover Descript class so I can show you all the magic of this really cool software and show you how to make your video or audio editing much simpler, much quicker, much easier, and actually can be fun. Can you imagine that? So hope to see you in the Discover Descript class at discoverdescript.com. Bye for now.